Tonight, footy bombshell. The Bombers confirm they're being investigated over doping concerns.
I'm very disappointed, shocked, I think is probably the best word.
Rush hour roulette. Drivers stunned at a crossing mum's dangerous dash. And cool runnings. Drivers on ice as the Grand Prix fires up for another year.
This is 10 News at 5 with Mal Walden.
Good evening. First tonight, Essendon is under investigation from the AFL and Australian Sports Anti-Doping Authority over the alleged use of prohibited supplements. The Bombers insist the supplements given to their players weren't performance-enhancing, but admit the ingredients are concerning. Rob Waters has the story.
It's the AFL's worst nightmare, the use of performance-enhancing supplements by players recommended by club staffers. This is what Essendon fears, and it's why they've called on a joint AFL and ASADA investigation.
Over the last 48 hours, the Essendon Football Club has received information about supplements that have been given to our players as part of the fitness program in 2000.
Jade Vincent, 10 News.
Quite a bit of sporting news around tonight. With a preview, here's Rob.
Yes, Mel, the footy season has suddenly hotted up. We'll have more on the Bombers' crisis. Nick Maxwell again the man at Collingwood. We go one-on-one with the Cats captain. Match fixing on a huge scale uncovered in the World Game. And an emotional Michael Clark takes home AB medal number 4.
Thanks, Rob. Coming up in 10 News, Parole push. Victims' families welcome a move to get tough on re-offenders. And Blaze tragedy, hoarding believed to be blamed for a fatal house fire. This is 10 News. And the state's parole laws will be toughened after a series of tragic incidents involving parole sex fiends and violent offenders. State political reporter David Woywood says the government has taken the action, believing the existing laws had failed.
It's landmark reform which Andy and Gilly Court believe could have saved their daughter.
Perhaps we won't be able to save our child's life or a lot of other victims' lives, but we might save other people's children's lives in the future.
Elsa Corp was murdered by a parole...
So do avoid the entire area if you can. See you soon.
Thanks, Emma. Coming up in 10 News, hostage drama, the deadly end to a tense standoff. Flight scare, a crash landing caught on camera. And history unearthed. A right royal discovery stuns the world. You're now watching 10 News, and a 5-year-old boy held hostage for a week in Alabama has been freed after a daring raid by the FBI. Officers stormed an underground bunker in a rural suburb of the Deep South and shot the kidnapper dead after he stopped negotiating and picked up a gun. Emma Dallimore has the story.
Relief on their faces, a risk that paid off.
Within the past 24 hours, negotiations deteriorated, and Mr. Dykes was observed holding a gun.
Look at him eat.
Thank you, Mike. Now coming up, a bail bid from an international fugitive and the cosmic close shave that's out of this world. You're watching 10 News, and an international fugitive wanted over his connections to a Russian arms dealer is being shackled and held in solitary confinement by Corrections Victoria. But as Candace Wyatt reports, it hasn't stopped Richard Shikashvili applying for bail.
Emotions ran high.
Do not film.
With Richard Shishakli's partner wanting to remain anonymous while he tried to get out of jail. Arrested last month after applying to become a protective services officer.
The crater 1.5 kilometres wide. Leah Craven, 10 News.
Rarely hit Earth. It has happened. We'll keep an eye on it just in case. Here's Rob with tonight's sport.
Thanks, Mel. It's pretty good news, I think. Well, the Bombers are in crisis and under investigation for the use of banned substances. We also took live to Geelong captain Joel Selwood. Nick Maxwell makes it 5 from 5. Soccer uncovers a massive match-fixing ring. And in a sign of the times, the Heart to plug their Twitter handles on their match days trips. Good evening. 10 days out from the start of the NAB Cup, The AFL and ASADA have launched a joint investigation into claims the Essendon Football Club provided banned supplements to its players. The Bombers this afternoon refused to deny players were asked to sign waivers before being administered the supplements last year. Luke Schneider with more.
2012 was already a write-off for the Bombers, but the ghosts of last year's nightmare season are back haunting the club.
Shocked, I think, is probably the best word. We believe that, as a leader of the football department...
His questionable presence, the former Spurs forward now has our player of the day. And that ends a big, big sporting day. Mel, I'll see you tomorrow.
You say so. Thank you, Rob. Well, there's chaos on the rails tonight. Let's see if it's spreading to the roads. Here's Emma in the chopper.
Thanks a lot, Mel. Well, we did have power lines down earlier here on Springvale Road. It was very heavy getting through the area. All lanes have just reopened in both directions. Still a little busy for northbound traffic on Springvale Road and for citybound traffic on Canterbury Road, but those diversions have been lifted. Should hopefully ease up shortly. And we are hearing reports now of a smash in Springvale South, Heatherton Road at Springvale Road. Have a great night.
Thanks, Emma. Mike's next after the break with the weather and the Governor-General's icy visit to the frozen continent. Welcome back. And the Governor-General has made a trip to Antarctica to honour the journey of Sir Douglas Mawson. Quentin Bryce is Australia's first Governor-General to visit the icy continent. The visit marks 100 years since Sir Douglas Mawson's treacherous journey to Commonwealth Bay.
This weather report proudly brought to you by Mortein Nature Guard Automatic Odourless for continuous odourless protection.
A little warmer than our Governor-General. Here's Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Mal. Good evening. Quite a contrast. It's a lovely warm night tonight. Prepare yourself for a very, very hot day tomorrow. 37 degrees in Melbourne, close to 40 in some parts of the state, and around Melbourne, and also, as I'll explain in just a moment, a total fire ban for much of our state. If you've got pets, please, plenty of water, plenty of shade. It is going to be a warm one tomorrow. OK, a couple of photos that have been sent to Mike's Picks. I like these ones. Wow. First up, Luke Mitrovic, a fabulous rural shot, and this was taken near Sunbury. And then on Sunday, a cooler, showery change at around 23 degrees on Sunday. That is a forecast. I hope you love hot weather. Another one on the way tomorrow. Mal.
Thank you, Mike. That's 10 News. Now you know as much as me. Project coming up at 6:30. Take care. Good night.